All right. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome. We're here to talk about Zwift Life and beyond. We're here to talk about what's going on. So welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 5, Episode 26. We're live on video, and Watopian Weekly is a podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week, we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and with me... here he is, ladies and gentlemen. He's still able to speak after his latest adventure. A guy that doesn't get tired mile after mile. Instead, he gets inspired mile after mile. His bike worked, no crashes. Although he does have, he does do all his own stunts. Here to talk about going coast to coast is Josh. Hey, Josh.
Hey, I'm alive.
Yeah, man, that's important, and I'm glad that you made it, because we're gonna talk about it. You're here, that's right, and the laundry's done, the cat's fed, and the schedules have all lined up. Here she is, the lady that went to Mallorca with empty suitcases just to carry back all the hardware she was winning. The Zwift Ladies Enforcer, Gina. Gina, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a while, but yeah, doing well.
Oh, this is awesome. And we're doing this in the afternoon, so skull to everybody here. All right. Hey.
You can't
my evening, though, so cheers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, afternoon. Yeah, it's not morning for us this time. Yeah.
Yours is less questionable than ours.
Yeah. We're just in the afternoon, whatever.
The funny thing is, though, you are the ones with the beers, right?
Yeah.
I just quickly grabbed myself something.
Oh man. Oh, this is great. Well, you know, we have not had a chance to get together. I mean, honestly, the schedules have been tough and everything, so we should do a Watopian Weekly catch up. Gina, what have you been up to lately?
What have I been? Oh, so many different things.
Yeah.
So many different things. Mostly, I've been focusing on Sunday race clubs and keeping the training schedule alive. But the most exciting thing that I've been up to since last time we spoke was actually that I did the Mallorca 312.
Yes, we have to. Yeah, that's incredible. Yes, yeah.
So I didn't do the 312. Just a disclaimer already. I went for the 167, but that was fun enough and tough enough for me.
I bet. Oh my gosh, yeah, that it's got to be crazy. I mean, we're going to talk about how getting down there and everything, and how you did that and everything. We're going to be talking about that too, because that is just incredible. Oh my gosh, yeah. Because did you drive? Or did you fly? Oh, we'll talk about.
No, I fly. I took a plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the well-fed cat. She is also very happy, apparently, to be back on the podcast. Don't think she has a lot of cycling stuff to say, except that I am likely spending too much time on the bike and not enough time cuddling her.
Yeah.
How rude.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about cycling in the heat too, because indoor cycling in the heat here too, because right now the Netherlands is getting hit with a heat dome, right? Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
I was actually doing a Sunday race club this morning, and I had a bucket of ice with some wet towels next to me, and I just kept exchanging towels to keep myself cool. But I bought myself a cheap-ass ice vest, which will arrive tomorrow, obviously, after...
Of course.
After the heat wave, but, it's there for next time it gets here.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, that's funny. I'm sorry to hear that. But, yeah, good idea. Yeah. All right, and Josh, what have you been doing, man? I know you did a big ride yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday, coast to coast, 204 miles. Or 328 kilometers across the entire state of Michigan. Yeah,
pretty big.
Good times.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty tired, but
and I appreciate you waking up from your. I'm sure you just woke up, man. I would have been sleeping like 24 hours straight, I think, after that.
Yeah, it was quite the event. So I'm pretty happy with how we did, but we'll get into it. in a bit
Yeah.
here. But yeah, otherwise, just been doing ladder and kind of the occasional one-off Zwift race. Doing a lot of outside riding too. So
Yeah. Yeah, as you have to get rid of that.
Yeah. The
And
weather's been nice, and then except for this week, it's we're gonna get a heat wave of our own. So
yeah, we're getting that too. Yeah, and I've been doing about the same. I've been doing a ladder race a week pretty much, and then doing some other structured training on Zwift. It's just a little bit easier for me. I do like doing the. I prefer to do my workouts on Zwift just because I can hit my numbers easier. It's hard to turn off erg mode when you're outside, but it doesn't do anything.
It's a lot harder
right?
to do.
Yeah.
That stuff outside. I mean, I can't do like actual cycling workouts outside because there's always cars or
traffic,
whatever else to stop.
I always do my trainings outside in the line with what is prescribed. So if I have like a 6 sprints and then 6 30-second efforts, I will do them over my ride, but I will choose the moments that I actually do them. So sometimes the recovery block is a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. But I am enjoying being outside a lot, actually, I have to say. Like, it's refreshing to actually see the sun.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of felt like the other day when I was trying to do one outside. I was doing a workout on my mountain bike, which I don't have a power meter. I don't even have a cadence meter on there or anything. I just have the Garmin just sits on there. But I was riding to the trails, and I was supposed to do these efforts where they're like a 1 minute effort, like pretty much full gas, and then then a minute of rest or whatever. So I did that on the commute to the bike trail, which actually worked out pretty well. And then I did mountain biking, which is always those are like hard, like 5-second effort of everything you got, and then coast, and then 5 seconds or whatever. So I think I got the same training stimulus, but
close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, and I've been trying to get back into. It's hard to balance this because, like, how do you balance? Like, I want a mountain bike, I want a gravel bike, I want to road bike, and I want a Zwift. So I've got 4 things I want to do, and there's only 7 days in a week. So
have a ridiculous route planned where you can do all of those with bike swaps.
That's actually not a bad idea to like warm up on Zwift, like do a race and then get out and do your cool down. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Although, and then I got to work in the local pool or something so I can start doing a triathlon or something. No,
don't do that. No disrespect to people doing
right. Yeah,
you're a different animal, but
you don't want to wear socks. That's fine. Okay, all right, that's fine. But,
I'll get in with my pool floaties.
Yep. Yeah, I jumped off the high dive yesterday, and it was awesome. I got to do it at least once a summer, man. That's like anyway, but I've been trying to do some road riding and everything too, and I did our world famous donut ride yesterday, and it was good, it was fun, but I had everything set up, but of course, like I put my bike downstairs instead of keep it in the kitchen, which I usually keep it in the kitchen, but my Garmin was plugged in. I was like, if I don't have it up here, I'll forget it. So I'm like, I just left everything downstairs, and then like I go downstairs, or I don't know, just one thing led to another. Like, oh, I forgot, my light. I had to go back downstairs, yada yada yada. And I left my house at 5:30, and the ride leaves at 5:30, and so I sprinted as fast as I could, and I got right to the bridge when everybody left, and it was like, oh my gosh, just got there just in time. So, but it was fun. It probably was a PR, and it was one of those. I don't like to say this, but I had to blow through some stop signs. But nobody's really out at 5:30 in the morning, right? It's a small.
This man evading the law.
Yeah, that's right. Just gotta go. But yeah, so doing that, riding 50 mils on my Richie, which is pretty awesome. I know we're gonna talk about bike setup here in a little bit, and. That has been incredible. Switching to that, going from 40, I think I had 42s on, so that has been an excellent switch. So I like that. Nice. But yeah, so
I'm actually thinking about selling my 2 beauties up there.
Ooh.
And going for one bike to do it all.
One with 2 wheel sets, huh?
At this point, like gravel bikes, you can get an aggressive short chainstay gravel bike that I mean, might as well do bowl.
I'm a canyon girl, and there's like the grill is actually quite nice, but I'm also thinking in flight, but then I can't do broader tires, but I still have my mountain bike rebuild, so I can do that, those kind of like more extreme things on that. And but I also am thinking endurance, because they have now got an endurance out that has a 38 tire clearance. But looking a little bit online, you can probably stretch it to 40. So I'm thinking about that, like selling two, buying one new one.
Yeah, and it's I love doing this, like
bike math.
Yeah, all the bike math, and like just sitting down with like, I mean, I've got a spreadsheet out on like how I'm going to do this, and then how I explain it to the lady I live with that I need a new bike. I also have that. I'm also taking arguments about that too. So if anybody wants to help with that, with suggestions.
I am like argumenting to myself mostly that having one bike to do it all might actually be the better option than having like multiple bikes. But then later on, I could argue with myself that I definitely do need a real gravel bike, because this is just not, good enough. So I'm thinking of the future as well with this.
Yeah, and it's just hard because it seems like everything has gone to like 50 millimeters for tire size at least. It seems like that is almost like anything bigger than that seems slower, I guess. But because I've ridden with bigger than
it depends on what you ride to though.
Right?
I mean,
Yes, it does. Totally does.
Very flat, like non-technical gravel. That's just like straight.
The thing is, like the gravel here is like nothing like the gravel that you get. Like our gravel is quite packed, and like I've been doing everything on 34s.
Oh wow!
Like everything. So why would I need something that's bigger? And if I go to like Hoevalise in Belgium or something, I can take the other bike and I can put any kind of tire on there that I want. It's just that the bike is a little bit heavier and I have suspension. But in heavier terrain, that's not a big deal either. So
yeah, and it's actually more comfortable over a long time.
Yeah, if it's hard packed, that's like almost basically asphalt road anyway. Then
I don't know if any of you actually watched the World Champ gravel that was broadcasted from Limburg.
Yeah,
that's my area, right? So that's where I ride. And if you looked at the pros, they were all riding on slicks basically. So
yeah.
I mean, if the pros can do it, why can't I?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah. I mean, then you could probably get away with 38s or 40s.
You can get away with 38s, yeah.
So it might be time for a new bike. Yeah. Might be.
I mean, I did my first gravel race on 35s.
Yeah.
With my Canyon Endurance.
Yeah.
Went fine.
Yeah.
I didn't crash, so.
Surprising. Sorry.
Didn't crash other people either, so that's good.
I knew you were the right people to talk to about this, because obviously you're gonna help me decide that I need a new bike.
Yeah. I think
I'll give one more argument.
You don't need any convincing. Just
No.
Here's the argument: N+1.
We need to pick out what we need to do here is help you pick out the color. That's what we need to do. So what
I
color?
already picked that out as well. I want the champagne one. Like the Canyon Endurance is champagne, because it also fits really nicely to the Zwift Ladies kit, because it has like the champagne-y color in there. So there's only one way to go.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna put we'll have to put up a special spot on the Discord server for people who want to bid on Gina's bike. Are you gonna autograph it, Gina? Maybe you can autograph it.
If we will up the price, I will autograph anything you want.
Oh man, you gotta go with the CFR, the one that costs $1 million.
Sure.
Why not? Yeah, let's do
because from people help me get to Sweden, I've now immediately become rich.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why I need to sell both to actually buy a new one, right? So there's the nice one with the electronic shifting, the Rifle AXS, 4,000 euros. I'm gonna go with that one.
That's a good price. Yeah,
it is a good price.
Yeah, and the Axis is pretty awesome. I feel spoiled because I bought a used bike that has that on there, and it's It's awesome. I love it. I mean,
I have it on both of these. The thing is, like, I really love the road bike, but you know, if I go for the endurance, why would I need a road bike and a road bike, basically?
Right.
Right. But the thing with the grill is that it has the hover bar, which looks really cool and actually is also really comfy. But I've realized that it's actually way too broad for my shoulders. So I need a 38 handlebar, but there's no way to actually put, no nice way to actually put a 38 handlebar on there. So yeah, just from getting the road bike, I actually realized that that is actually way too broad for me.
Right, yeah. And I think a lot of people are going to 38s too because it's just a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. I've got 44s or 40s on mine, right? 40s or 42s, I think. But it's just right. It might be a little wide, but it feels okay.
Yeah, but likely you also have a little bit of a broader shoulder than I do.
Well,
so
I mean, it's hard to say from the camera, but yeah.
This guy.
But yeah, well, so we should talk about some of our main talking points here. Now we alluded to it earlier about Zwifting in the heat, and I know in my basement I keep it it's cold in here, so it's like about 64 almost year round, which I'm very, very lucky unless it's super, super hot outside. But definitely if you're Zwifting the heat, I know there's been some posts on the ladder league about people maybe canceling races or not doing races because it's too hot. And I've been on Zwift and people are like, oh, I can't do this workout. I gotta quit because it's like it's like 100 degrees outside, or that's like 40 C, I think, right? Is that right? Is that 100? Is that how that goes? I can never remember the conversion. Either way,
hot. That's what we're saying. Yeah,
38.
Yeah. So just be careful, everybody out there, and keep drinking. Drink more than you would. This is a perfect time to drink. But yeah. So let's talk about all these events. So the Mallorca 167. Let's start with Gina here. Gina, first off, how did you end up? You flew. And so that means this is the thing that like I've never flown with my bike. I've flown with my instruments, and that's terrifying because I'm always worried that something's going to get broken in the plane, and because then I'm going to be stranded and no one's going to be able to fix it. But that's a whole nother story. We can get into that. I'll tell you the time when I saw someone take my trombone off the plane, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to see this thing again. But everything turned out fine. I was able to play the gig. Yeah, I got it. No, they were not gentle with it either. The guy's just like throwing it around. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, okay, anyway, we can talk about that sometime. But
so I actually, I bought a hard case a while back. Pretty good deal. So I was like, okay, yeah, I want to fly with my bike at some point, and this is a very good deal. And I feel like, why not get it now? So I shared it with a friend of mine, actually, and that seems to work out really well. We just shouldn't go on holiday together. But
yeah.
No, it was actually pretty fine. Like I also put some extra towels in there, some clothing to just bulk it up a little bit, so that I really had the feeling that the bike was very snug in there, and then even if they were like moving it around, the bike wouldn't be moving. And the good thing is that you could also you could really get the wheels, you could tighten them onto the side of it. So no, I was actually pretty comfortable with the box. But obviously I got an AirTag in there to ensure that I knew where my bike was at all times. And I was very, very relieved when I got out of the plane and I actually saw the AirTag on Mallorca as well. So that was pretty nice to actually have. I got to borrow that from a friend. So that all went fine. Put the bike back together, and the only thing is that one of the it likely has a special name as well. Anyway, let me tell the story. So I go to the event. I was on a starting line. I'd said all the time before, like, I'm just gonna go for fun. It's gonna be okay. And so I decided that I was going to need a 167, right? So I decided that, even though I had applied for the 312, but I was like, I'm not gonna have fun doing that. I think I'm gonna be very happy once I've done it. I think of it as a real achievement, and I will be able to do it. I'm pretty sure of it, but I'm gonna be toast the rest of my holiday because I was gonna stay like another week. And we had some pretty epic other rides planned as well. Like going along the coast and everything. and I just said, like, okay, I want to at least be a little bit fresh for the rest of the week.
Right.
So I'm just gonna, tour the 167. Obviously, I get up, I have breakfast, I go to the whole organization, and I stand there, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is way too cool to not try and go for something.
Yeah, then you just thrill it.
So obviously, I start riding, I find a good wheel, and I'm like, ooh, this is quite a heavy pace. So I look at my power meter, and I'm feeling quite good, and I'm basically just riding over FTP at the start already.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah,
I'm like, okay, but I shouldn't lose this wheel because we're cruising, and it's so nice to be in here. And then he kind of looks behind me, and he's like, oh, she's still there. And then later on, oh, she's still there. And at some point, he actually got a little bit tired. So he asked me to take over. And I'm like, okay, I've been in his wheel for like 15 minutes now already. I should at least do a proper pull. So I'm riding 15 minutes over FTP already. This guy is asking for a pull. So I give him a pull. And I think I also pulled for a little bit. And we cruised, like we went further through the pack because my bike handling is maybe not the best, but it's also not the worst. So I could also get us through nice and safely. So in the end, I ended up riding with him until the first climb. But then I also realized, like, shit, if I continue like this, I will be toast after the first climb because I was like, okay, I shouldn't try and follow him anymore. I should just go my own pace now. Which I think was a good decision. But my mom was watching me, and she could see like my dots where I started and where I ended the first climb, and she was like, oh my god, this daughter of mine is gone crazy. Anyway, turns out I was riding something like top 20 out of 500 ladies at some point, and I was like, oh my gosh, holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I was riding because I knew I was doing well because I was like playing Pac-Man, and I kept playing Pac-Man, which is not what I expected. So I was well along my way, and then in a corner, my freaking handlebar comes loose.
Oh no!
And I just been.
That
like,
doesn't sound dangerous at all.
It was super scary. Like, my first thought was, I'm so happy that this happens now and not in a descent, because obviously on an event like that, you also see stuff happening, right?
That'd be a disaster.
So basically, I just passed a technical point, so I had to, turn around, go back. I couldn't actually ride the bike, so I had to walk back the kilometer.
Oh, man.
They fastened it for me. Yeah, a kilometer. So I lost all my places. That was such a shame. So I went back. They couldn't fix it for me because with the Canyon you kind of have to preload it and then tighten it. But I think it was the bearing that was basically shit already. And after my holiday, I with my dad, I kind of like opened the whole system, and the bearing had just fallen completely apart. So afterwards, after they tightened it back up, I couldn't steer as well anymore. So I was like descending like an old lady.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
But I went to a shop. They didn't have the correct thing, so I spent a whole week riding with a bearing that was basically gone.
Yes. Oh my
descending like an old lady.
Did you hear a lot of grinding noises or?
Yeah.
You're like, this is
and the try and turn it. Oh man, your arms must have been hurting after a while too.
Nah, it wasn't that bad because actually you steer a lot with your hips as well, right? You shouldn't do everything with your handlebar, but still it was kind of scary, and I was going very carefully around the corners, and it wasn't very nice, let's say. So that was the rest of my holiday, riding with a broken bearing, but with the handlebar that was now so tight that when my dad and I actually started to repair it, that we couldn't get the bolt out anymore. So we had to actually drill out the bolt. Yeah. And luckily, it was a well-known problem from Canyon, and I gotta say kudos to Canyon because they actually sent me the piece that we needed for free, and they also gave me a new handlebar tape for free.
Wow.
Nice.
So I actually said to them, like, I need to get a new handlebar as well because we're actually doing the bearing, and then they told me that they would send it with it in the package. So that was
the whole handlebar too.
Wow.
No, the handlebar tape. Only the tape.
Oh, okay.
No, not the whole handlebar because no. Luckily, my dad, no, that would have been too much for Canyon. But I think a handlebar tape they can spare more easily. My dad was very careful in drilling out the bolts, and we got a new bolt in.
That sounds dicey.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't happen on Santa.
But in the end, like the handlebar was tightened again. I had a little bit of troubles to find my motivation back because obviously I had to walk back the kilometer. Like everybody kept passing me. So I had a little moment of, I don't want to do this anymore. Everything sucks. But then after like 10 minutes, I found my energy back, and it was like, okay, you've been smashing this ride. You should end it with smashing it as well. So I ended up really pushing it still at the end. And my coach was very happy with my performance. And I was like, in the end, I'm still very proud that I kept pushing it because I kept actually getting people back again, and I ended up in the top 50 out of 500 ladies on the distance.
Whoa.
So
wow.
I was not expecting that at all, and I was just going for
Did you hey
awesome.
Smashing above FTP paid its dividends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Had the handlebar issues.
Oh
after I got back, obviously my coach got me to do a new FTP test. And it turned out that my FTP was a little bit higher than what we had it as before. So I'm now at 226. I I finally hit the 220 and got past it.
That's awesome. Way to go, Gina.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's not been getting out of the legs in the heat, but a tip for everybody who is training in the heat, just get your workout. Don't do it at 100%. Go to 80% because in the heat, you will still get your adaptations even if you go to 80% out of your workout. So that is actually a tip that I want to give to everybody. That's that my coach actually gave me. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, you still get that benefit.
If it makes it doable, it will help you keep the consistency, keep the training up, and that's what I've been doing at least for these days to treat my FTP and then at 80% of that and go from there.
Now you're 80% higher though.
Yeah.
And it is higher. I'm basically training at my old FTP right now.
Wow, this is awesome. And then how did you handle nutrition for this ride? Did you have stuff planned, or did they have good stops, or what did you do?
They had a lot of stops, but I wanted to actually stop as little as possible because I feel that if you are really going to race something, you don't want to spend a lot of time at the stop. So I had to talk to myself, and I said, okay, I only want to stop at the halfway point to refill the bottles and to actually get some extra food in. So I calculated the time that I thought I would need, but I was actually quicker than what I calculated. So I had more food with me than I needed, but I just, 1 hour is about 3 things. So 2 gels and a jelly, or a bar and 2 gels, or whatever. That's what I try to, a little bit what I try to do. But I also try to ride, or like to ride, with having carbs in my bottle. So I'm drinking a lot of my carbs as well. So I had a 750 milliliter bottle of 90 in there. So there's 90 grams of carbs in the 750 milliliter. The 90 is actually for 500 milliliters, but I like to dilute it a little bit more. I think that's easier for my stomach. Although I think by now I've been using this stuff for quite a while, and I could also do it in a half liter bottle. But I went for 2 750 ml, one with the carbs in it and one just water, because it's also nice to just have something that's not sweet. And to just clear your mouth every once in a while. So that's what I started with. And I wanted to do that one bottle, that 750, I wanted to do in 1.5 hours. And then I had the other half bottle that was for another 1.5 hours. And I think I even ate a gel next to the bottle that I drink because I felt like, okay, I can handle it. So I took it.
Yeah.
I didn't use the stuff from the organization. I took some stuff at the halfway point just as a precaution. That I had something. That as well, but that I just had something extra with me. But I like doing a race, or when I'm racing, I like doing it on the stuff that is tested on me. So I went for 4 endurance stuff all the way in my bottle, in the gels, in the jellies. Everything was 4 endurance for me. And then,
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's good.
Congrats.
That's good.
Yeah, it sounds like a epic ride, and it sounds like it went, aside from the handlebar issue. It sounds like it went really well.
Yeah, like obviously I was like, oh fuck it. I realized afterwards that I actually lost about 30 places because of it. I could have finished top 20, which would have been even cooler. But now I just have to go. I have to go back.
Sweet. Yeah, you gotta go back. You have to do it again.
Yep,
I have to do it again.
Yeah.
And I can recommend it to everybody. The island is beautiful, and I think, well, if I ask myself one question that maybe you should ask me, but you don't know, you should ask the question is what is the most beautiful ride that I actually did there?
Yeah.
And we took from the place where we were staying, which was along the coastline as well, we took a bus, like that took our bikes and it took us with them. We took it to Andrax, and then we followed the coastline back to our hotel.
Wow.
That was amazing. That was the best ride that I did over there, because you have such amazing views of the sea, the coastline, and So we were at the north side of the island, and then basically we went from west to the middle, so really north, and then that was 160 kilometers as well, even more elevation than the race. But that was the most beautiful one that we did.
Well, that's awesome. Nice. And then and that's so cool. And I mean, I've heard about Mallorca. I mean, obviously I've heard about Mallorca, but I've never been there, and I've always hear people riding there. Are there more bikes than cars there? Is that how it is, kind of?
In certain bits and pieces, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I was still there at like a good time before the real holiday season starts, before all the tourists really get there. But we did some of the rides. We did actually very early in the morning because we knew that there would be no cars out. Yeah. And for instance, we went to the lighthouse, I think at 6 a.m. or something, because it's a very touristic spot.
Getting up early.
Yeah, but then you do a siesta in the afternoon. And you just lay by the sea.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. Good job, Gina. That's awesome. And I've been waiting to hear about this because this happened last month. No, it was May, right? Yeah. It was May or
April, end of April.
It was April,
even. Yeah. Like,
we've been waiting to hear
it was the end of April,
Yeah.
But for me, I'm so happy that you guys could do a different time today, because like middle of the day, it's sometimes difficult with other life things happening. That this was perfect.
Yeah, this is awesome. So thank you for that. Oh man, thank you. This is awesome. And so now, Josh, you spent yesterday on your bike pretty much the entire day. From sun up until sundown.
Yes.
Almost sundown, excuse me. Yeah, what have you been doing, man?
Well, since then, recovering.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So Randy and I, fellow coalition member, did the coast to coast 200-mile event, which is really 204-mile.
It's always more. It's always it's like 200
which
miles.
Is so like 328 kilometers. It was a lot. So 204 miles. We woke up at like 4:30 or something in the morning to get to, because it starts at sunrise. So about 6 a.m. in the morning. Mm-hmm. Starts at sunrise, and it's the longest day, weekend with the longest daylight in Michigan. And then most people they're striving to beat the sunset, which is about like 9:30 p.m. at night. So about
so long.
15 hours, 40 minutes, I think is the around the time that you want to be shooting for, about 13.6 miles an hour average, something like that. But yeah, honestly, weather conditions were like absolutely ideal. Like we had a small tailwind the entire time. It was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what in Celsius, like 21.
Yeah.
I honestly like can't really complain about the weather at all. But we had a super fast group that we linked up with for the first 100 miles. So I actually absolutely destroyed my 100-mile PR in this 200-mile race, like by over an hour.
Wow.
Like, so we got five. I think it was 5:28. So like averaging 18.2 miles an hour,
gosh.
which is like absurdly flat too. So it's
Yeah.
the first 100 miles is super flat, and then you get a big ego and big confidence that you're like, oh, I'm like well on pace. And then after the first 100 miles is where like all the single track and like technical distance or technical stuff kind of starts. So a lot of sandy areas, a lot of hike a bike, like
and so
like
year...
2 foot deep sand
that
is like 12% gradient, where you're obviously not riding up that. So like it's hike a bike up that. I think we got off and did short like hike a bike sections for at least like 5 or 6 times. So, and then stopped to empty out my shoes of sand.
Were there a lot of other people stopping, or was it just you and Randy?
Yeah. I mean, at those sections, like, I mean, I think I tried to bike up one, and I did, but it was like my legs were just trash from doing that, because you're doing like 350, 400 watts, like going up a hill at like 2 miles and like 2-3 miles an hour, and it's like that.
Just
really
walk.
Is not.
That's
that's not really, the juice is not worth the squeeze there, especially when you're like 150 miles in. And this is like all the second half of the course too, when you're kind of tired. So but made it through in one piece, no crashes, no weirdness. I mean, felt great pretty much all day up until like mile 190, when hit like a very sudden abrupt wall and felt super nauseous. I'd been feeling well, like just fine, hitting the 70 plus grams of carbs an hour, but just hit a wall and felt nauseous and like was getting the spins and dizzy. And I was like, dude, if I have to DNF at mile 190 out of 200, I'm going to be pissed. But that's one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to mess with it. Like if I'm feeling dizzy, like you don't really want to faint on the bike.
No.
So we stopped for, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes, and then collected myself, got back on, and I think was fine most of the way. And then Randy pulled like the rest of the way, the last 10 miles. So
so do you think that was just nutrition, hydration? What do you think?
I think it was nutrition. I mean, a lot of I did eat real food,
right?
Obviously, and something like this, but I think just I had 90 grams of carbs per 750 milliliter bottle. Had 2 of those bottles on me, so 180 grams of carbs for each like section, and I think we had like 5 different sections, if you will. So just so many carbs in like liquid form, just I really just don't think was sitting well with my stomach at some point. So I think subconsciously it was just switching to water, and probably didn't get enough carbs at that point. So
And did you have a Camelback too, or a hydration bladder?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did use Formula 369 has those like 45 gram sachet gels that they sell now. That stuff is great. Like, highly recommend it. Although it's like very bulky. Like if you use like goo gels, it's like 2.5 times the size of it. It's
Oh.
like quite
Yeah,
things like a
substantial.
unit in your hand,
Yeah.
but it comes out easily. Like it works great. And I don't know, I had about 8 of those, I think, throughout the day.
Wow.
But
And then
yeah.
what real food were you eating?
We love our Uncrustables.
Oh man.
So it's basically a prepackaged PB&J sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
Bananas. I had some Chewy bars and Cliff bars as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think through all that, not eating real food, because I wouldn't really call Uncrustables real food either.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
good carbs.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, that's what it's there for.
I think I had about 5 of those.
Oh man, a strawberry or a grape? Which one?
I hate the grape. I had blackberry and strawberry. Yeah.
They have blackberry? Oh,
they do.
That might be interesting.
They do.
I've only ever had the strawberry or the grape. I haven't had the fancy ones, the blackberry. But well, I was talking with our friend of the podcast, Matt Ladd, about this because he and I are always talking about different candies to eat on the bike and everything. And that's definitely it's easy to eat all that like junk food on the bike just because you feel like you're burning it right off. I mean, you probably burned both of you probably burned over 1,000 calories, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I burned. I think it was around 7,700 for me, and about like 9,500 for Randy is what it said. So yeah, it was.
For me, it was definitely lower. Yeah.
It was a lot, and I'm happy that we beat sunset time we beat our target time by about an hour and 15 minutes. So we were well ahead of schedule, and I think
that's awesome.
I think we gave ourselves a huge buffer by spending some matches early, trying to stay in some fast groups because that was nice. And like these giant people, I mean, like over 6 feet tall, which is like what, over 182 centimeters tall, like 250 pound, like just huge individuals are just pulling like the entire time.
Wow.
Like of this 100-mile section, like there were like 3 of them that were perfectly content just going in a loop and continuing to pull this entire, like, I don't know, it was probably 30-40 people along. So hey, thank you for your service. I didn't have to pull like I maybe did 1 or 2 pulls that entire first 100 miles.
And the first part, I know the first 100 you talked about how it's mostly flat, and
the first 100 is a pancake.
How was the gravel?
I think it's
champagne or
so the first, like from mile 5 to 10, it was like pretty large rocks. And then the rest of it was like far less rocky, like pretty champagne type stuff. But the first 100 miles is like I think 1,000 feet of elevation and some change, so like 304 meters, which is like nothing. I mean, that's like a pancake.
And what'd you do for tire size and everything?
Yeah, so I
know about that.
I had 45 millimeter tires. I don't recall I swapped from the now I'm not even thinking of now I'm misremembering.
It's all a blur, man. It's okay. You just got done with 200 miles.
I just have so many. I feel like I have a giant like tub full of tires now. I keep rolling through. But 45 millimeter tires that are a little bit knobbier than I think I was running previously. Hutchinson Carousel Race 40s, and those. That's where I like laid down the bike in a corner, really.
I remember that.
Not really even cornering that much. So it's like, all right, I'm not using those because this is for flat and straight.
Yep. Yeah.
but yeah, so I switched to 45 millimeter Navier tires, like 28 psi or so. I think I was running.
All right, I was going to ask you. I knew you were going to.
I did use the wolf tooth calculator.
Good job. Good job.
Yep.
Good job. Because that I was going to ask you about your PSI. Yeah, I know it's a personal question, but but it's definitely something you want to think about because you didn't have any crashes, man. You used the calculator. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, I fell off the bike a couple times, but no crashes because when you are like rolling down the hill and then you hit like a random pit of sand that's like 2 feet deep. Like yeah.
So this was so last year we did a meetup where I rode with Josh and Randy in Michigan, and we did the second half of this course, right? Is that pretty much it?
Yeah. So I think the last like 40 or so miles of this is basically almost identical to what we rode. So
and what Josh is explaining is exactly it. You would just be cruising along and then your wheels would just sink into the ground. And I fell off. I mean, there's several
nothing
times.
You can do about that.
I'm having this vision now of like Mathieu van der Poel or like the cyclocrossers going into the sand pit. Something like that.
That's exactly what it was like. Except you didn't know it was there. You didn't know it was there, and you just I fell over a lot.
It was Continental Terra Speed is what it is. Yeah.
Right. There you go. Yeah, I've got the Continental Terra Adventures on mine, and I definitely like those. And I think next time I come out to Michigan, I'll ride those.
Yeah, it was fun. Unfortunately, like I like to ride with a camera on my handlebars, but for whatever reason, like the charger wasn't working, and I have a battery bank that I use too, and the charger just was like not working at all. I think because all the bumpiness constantly was like having like the charging cord like fall out.
And that's not something you can really deal with while you're riding.
No.
You know, so.
I don't care enough to like.
Right.
Yeah.
Hours of footage of just Randy's backside. It's because you just drafted him the whole time. All right. So what would you do? What would you do differently, or did everything just fall into place? You think? For next time.
I don't really think I do much differently other than probably less carbs in bottles, more carbs like through gels or some other medium. I mean, honestly, that's really the only thing I'd change. Like the tires are fine. The bike setup was fine. You know,
that's great.
Would have been nicer to maybe run like a mullet 1-speed or 1x, but in some parts, but even that I don't really think matters that much. I mean, some of those 15% gradient hills like towards the end of the race was a bit much. Like,
I would think so. So. Yeah. And so and then now Gina talked about how you just rested next to the ocean the rest of the day, right? Is that what you did when you were done with yours? Yes.
Yeah.
And now and Josh, you ended by Lake Michigan. What'd you do? Did you just go by the lake and wait? Or just pass out?
I ran a marathon after it, so
I believe it.
No, we they have so this race is run really well despite like there's only 400 or so people doing the 200. They also have a 100-mile race going on at the same time, and I think more people do that, but
because that's reasonable. The 100 mile is reasonable. So
the 100 miles is reasonable. Yeah. But so when we got to the finish, I think we pretty much just like dropped our bikes down and then like went to go get barbecue.
And that's all you remember from there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, man, you guys have inspired me. I want to I was looking at when we were prepping for the podcast, I was like, man, I want to go do like a big adventure or something like that, and everything's already happened. So I've
not done. I think my longest ride before this was around 112. 115. Man.
Yeah.
So I definitely beat that by a lot.
And how did the saddle feel after a while? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gina.
I wanted to say I think my longest is 250 kilometers, but wow. I actually realized that I find anything up to 180 fun, but after that I just don't like it anymore.
Yeah. I think this was nice to like check off the list, but I mean we handily beat our goal time that we set
Yeah.
out. I mean, so there's nothing really. You're not going to get any more ideal conditions than what we got this year anyway. So I think if I do this next year, it'll probably just be like the 100. So the first place finisher finished in 9 hours 42 minutes at
for 200 miles.
Yeah, 21 and
Wow.
21 mile an hour pace.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah, so that's 33, almost 34 kilometers an hour.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
On gravel.
Yeah, on gravel. My goodness. And it is champagne gravel, but still, that is not.
I mean, they probably had to hike a bike too for.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know, pros and all, but still, like,
yeah,
they definitely probably had to hike a bike through some of those sections. I don't see any other way around it.
Yeah. My other question is did Randy find his sunglasses that time that they flew off his head?
I know. I joked about it because we went through that same section where he lost his very nice riding sunglasses.
He had like some nice Oakleys or something. They flew off his face, and then we all stopped and like combed the forest for it and could not find it. Yeah, but anyway, that was a year ago. Some raccoon is looking really cool. Yeah, with that. Oh man. Well, that's fantastic. Josh, thanks for sharing your story with us, and Gina, thank you for sharing your story with us. This is absolutely incredible. I feel inspired, and I'm gonna be putting my pedals out in the dirt and in the gravel and everything, and I'm gonna do some big rides too. I don't know what, but we have a big 100-mile event coming up around here that I'm gonna do.
You're gonna pull the entire time, right?
Well, I can. I can definitely pull up until mile 90, and then I'll stop. But they
don't do the elbow flick. And
then that one, yeah. Oh man, it'll be great. But we're gonna be So I'm prepping for that. I'm still working on the. I switched to a hilly gravel plan for coaching and everything, or my coach is doing that for Fast Cat. So I'm working on that, and that's supposed to peak in August. And so I'm gonna hopefully bring that out and hopefully smash some PRs, hopefully. But and I'm still riding the high of I still have this because I don't have it up on my wall yet. But my 5th place finish of the Supper Club. Oh yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. Yes, so I still haven't eaten off it, which I don't know that I should, because I think it's more of a display thing. So yeah, but
no, is it dishwasher safe?
It's not dishwasher safe. No, it's not. I don't even know how they got these made, but it's so cool. It's a plate. It's a plate. It's like I felt like. Do you guys ever watch
They're gonna mount that in the bike shop.
Oh yeah, so in the bike shop, the bike shop doesn't know this yet, but somebody took this great photo of me crossing the line, and it has the Smiths logo and everything like that. They don't know this, and I don't know if they'll hear it or not, but they're going to find this out. I think it's next week or the week after when the photo comes in. It's going to be framed, and I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to autograph it, and I'm going to put it in the shop. So I've already got a spot picked out. They don't know, but it's coming. So that's going to be great. Before we close the episode, we need to wildly keep updating our speculations of who's going to win the World Cup, and then also who's going to win the Tour de France. So, Gina, why don't we start with you? Let's do World Cup first because that's almost over. It's in the knockout stages. Gina, who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Oh, fuck. I think I've seen... I thought we were talking about cycling, not about...
We are. Yeah, soccer. Yeah. I almost spit all over the keyboard. Should have taken a drink.
I was like, World Cup in cycling. We don't have a World Cup, do we? And then the shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
World Cup.
I have no clue who's good.
You know, Netherlands is pretty good, right?
Yeah, they're like picked to. Aren't they picked to win it? I think they might be.
No, they won't. I know enough of that. Maybe like France or something.
Okay, France is doing really well. Yeah, they won just the other day. So, okay, France. All right.
I have no clue what they did, but I know that they're pretty good. So
yeah. All right, Josh. What do you think?
How about Tour de France?
Oh, what about for World Cup? Oh yeah. Well, let's do World Cup first, then we'll come back for
Okay.
that. So, Josh, who you got for the World Cup?
I'll do Argentina.
Ooh, that's going to be good. Messi, he already had a hat trick the other day, and it's incredible. Yeah, he's incredible. All right, I'm going with the home team, USA. I know it's a long shot, but hey, I'm there. I'm there. All right, now let's go to the Tour de France. Who do you think is going to win? And we will talk about the Tour de France avec Zwift Femmes in a future podcast because we that's going to come up soon. But next one or Tour de France starts on Saturday when we're July 4th. So anyway, Gina, who do you think is going to win?
Ooh, can we go back to the femme? No, I really
sure we can do that.
I think the only logical thing to say is Pogacar, right?
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm kind of like wishing that we get a good competition from Sykes and Vingegaard as well. See what happens. But that I'm gonna go safe because I think this guy is just above the natural.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about like Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogacar there's a lot of parallels between the World Cup and this because we have Messi and we have Ronaldo, and I feel like those two we're so lucky to be able to watch Messi and Ronaldo in the same time that they're there. But this is the same thing though. This is like Tadej and Jonas, like who they're like the solo superstars. Yeah, okay. So you're going for Pogacar. All right. What do you got, Josh? Who you got?
I'll do Paul Sextus.
Oh, all right. Going for an outsider.
Just an outsider. Yeah, why not?
I would love that for that to happen because that would just take the air out of it. That would actually probably take a lot of stress off Pogacar and Vingegaard. It would probably take a lot of stress off them. I bet if somebody else won, they would probably be good for both of them. I'm going with I'm going to go with Jonas. I'm going to say he's going to win. So we'll see, Gina. One of us is going to win, or I mean, we all win because we get to watch.
Well, at least I named the three names that we all picked, right?
Yeah,
so...
yeah. And it's going to be fun to watch. I always love watching the Tour de France. And what's so weird though for you, Gina, it's probably at night, right? They're doing it or during the day. Is yours during the day or because it's in the morning for us?
No, it's like the middle of the day. But I'm very lucky that the schools are not open anymore, so I can basically do some admin work and then have the tour run on the side.
Yeah.
So that's nice enough. Awesome. And actually, we need to, after the Tour de France, we need to speak again because my next trip will be to France and I'm going to do l'Étape de Tours.
Oh,
so
no way!
I'm also going to go up Mont Ventoux.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to schedule this.
Sub 60.
Yes, let's go. And we'll schedule it. Yeah. we'll schedule this with the satellite link up. So you're at the top of the mountain and we'll record it from there.
Sure. Well,
at least...
just give me what time I need to be there. Like I will finish before that then.
Yeah. And we'll be like, Gina, should be joining us right now. Yeah, and she's right there. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. Well, you're gonna have to do the climb portal and then compare it to how that feels.
I already did that. So I've done the. Well, it's not a climb portal, is it? It's Van Top, right? So it's always
Van Top.
been there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I did a lot of Van Topping actually when I was preparing myself to do a charity ride, where I went up Mount Ventoux from all three different sides. Honestly, time-wise, it wasn't that different in game or outside. So I was aiming for doing all three of them sub 2 hour, and I think on Zwift I was able to do that nicely, and I was also able to do that in real life nicely. Yeah.
Wow, way to go. Wow, man, that's awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear about it. Yes, we're definitely going to be talking about that some more. Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
obviously, also watching the pros the day after, so I'm going to send some pictures your way.
Yes, please. Please, please, please. Oh, man. Well, that's awesome. Well, Gina and Josh, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody for listening. I got to give a quick shout out to Carlos and Derek, some local heroes here helping us out and, riding and everything. So thanks, guys. And thank you for everybody listening to this week, every week, and every other week. I know we're kind of releasing a little bit slower during the summer, but that's okay. We're still here. We're still here. This is awesome. So please send us an email. WatopianWeekly@gmail.com. Someone will get back to you within a month, and you can also get on the Discord server and get with us sooner. So thank you, everybody. And Gina or Josh, any other shout outs?
My wife for
yes,
being my support crew for the race, and my parents came out too to cheer us on, which is pretty cool. So
we should have led with that. We didn't talk about your support there. We should have led with that. Sorry. But yeah, big ups to that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's awesome. Yes. The support, the people in our lives that help us out with this and allow us to do these things. Man, this is amazing. So awesome. That's great. Yeah. All right. And Gina, do you want to shout out anybody?
I should shout out to my fans on YouTube, I think, then, because I'm getting some active chat lately because I taught my mom as well how to use YouTube chat. So that's fun. Yeah. and she's awesome. She's next to Liddy. She's my biggest fan on YouTube. So it's nice to have her there every week watching my races.
Oh, that is awesome. I would love that. I would really love that to just get some of that, like, why aren't you going faster? You need to go faster. Or what does she commonly say? I guess what's her biggest thing that she says?
Good job.
Yeah, something in the line of that. Yeah, I was just trying to translate it because obviously she writes in Dutch. But well done for keeping up on the sprint, and especially when something like that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or when she sees that I'm suffering, like, you can do it. So she's very motivational in a sense as well. Yeah.
That means a lot. That really means a lot. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh man. Well, yeah. Shout out to Gina's mom. She's got it going on. Yeah. All right. well, thank you, everybody. And you know what? We'll be recording soon, and we'll see you all in Watopia. Oh, I forgot to do that. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. Oh, we'll see you in Watopia. I forgot the guitar.